Oh my goodness, oh my ham. It's big and funky here throughout the land, baby. How we all doing tonight?
Hey, it's a fantastic day. You know,
Hey.
I saw, I changed my view has changed on some stuff, and this is going to be positive because we're positive because
I
we got
told you we got to be positive tonight.
amazing stuff happening. Like in a little bit, you are going to see
Yes.
you're just going to see something amazing. You're going to see
The first I was trying to do TikTok, by the way, and you are the TikTok master so far.
somehow.
But I can't talk for 20 seconds. It cut like every time I'm like starting to get to the point, it cuts me off. I hate the fucking thing.
Set it to 60 seconds.
Well, that takes intellect. But I'll tell you, I'm trying to get on to people and say this is the first released footage of this movie. They're going to see it here in an hour. It's the first anybody has ever seen it, except for personal attendance on the mothership. Hello, Kandi.
Hi.
What you been doing today? Yeah, sinning, right? Oh,
sitting around.
Hanging out with Danetta?
I saw you hanging out with Danetta. Was that fun?
Yes.
Good.
You had a picture from the car, and your seatbelt is beige, like it's almost the color of your skin, and it made it look like you had a really low, like a flat, long boob. And I was like, "What is going on with her boob?" There? And it was like, "Oh,
she got a big."
I had to go back and look at it. I was like, "But you can see that it's a seatbelt."
I'm blind, but secondly, it took me a minute. But yeah, I mean, it is one of those optical illusions that you see with the gimmick there. Oh, Vic Nasty's in here. Mama D, Angel Meadows. Hello, Beauty and the Two Beasts, she says. We got a little bit of a group in here tonight, which is always exciting. And I hope people are excited because I'm going to tell you, let's talk about this damn movie. What did you want to talk about? You want to talk about politics or some shit?
No, man, I was just going to say that after Monday where we filmed in the cave, and then Tuesday where I really started kind of watching a little more of this TikTok thing, which has got Facebook is and Twitter are such negative places, man. I thought that everybody in the world was like Facebook people, where it was just all trolls and dick pics and thirsty dudes. Kandi knows this, mansplainers and
mansplainers for Kandi.
We recently signed up to TikTok because a bunch of people have been telling me this for a while, and then somebody told us that the algorithms are great, so I wanted to try it out, and they are. But the algorithms to reach people on TikTok are freaking fantastic. But I was watching videos. I'm sitting there watching TikTok videos. People are so creative. That's where every cool person went. People are so creative, so funny.
Yeah.
Look, and I don't want to monopolize the conversation here. I don't need to let Kandi speak. We do a bad job when we have our friends on. We got to let them speak more. But
yeah, I'm fine just listening.
No, this is Kandi's. This is the Big and Funky Show, and this is something I want to talk about real quick. This is the Big and Funky Show, and after the four of us, me, you, and Kandi, and Travis, going out on a Big and Funky adventure, just the four of us for the first time in a long time, man, we are such a team.
Well, we are. But I was wanting to say, before we get into what happened this weekend and how awesome we are together, I was wanting to say that I've been posting. And I'm not just saying this to bitch, but I'm saying all night long, I've been working on this teaser trailer because I've had problems with my computer. Got a brand new computer. It's like this thing. It's unbelievable. It can make its own. It's got an AI in it. It can make its own movies. You can just type in a subject and it starts spitting out. And we'll see what happens next week.
Well, and you're learning the world of static drives and hard drives.
Solid state and
solid states is solid state's the future, baby.
And this damn thing, this thing that you paid $200 for, this thing is a piece of crap. It can't even recognize any longer. So anyway, it's annoying. It's a paperweight for $200. But so I have 100 shares of this extra sexy, hot, freaking amazing trailer that features Kandi's acting chops. Can you believe how this girl acted in the cave and how awesome this footage is? And I've had it's not bad. And the people that support us, I love you, but it's like, 100, 150 interactions over 100 pages. Now, if you do the math, that's not too good, but there are about 100 and something people who are excited. We go to TikTok.
Too much, babe.
TikTok, I have 10 followers. I already have over 1,000 people who have seen my videos. You have 10,000 already, and we've only started this weekend.
Yeah.
This TikTok stuff, and you're right, it's where the positive people went. I put one political post today as an experiment, and guess what? 100 and something interactions, 98 comments. People want to bitch about politics on Facebook. Facebook is dead. It is an a-hole. I'd punch it in the face, and the only reason I'm still on it is it's the only thing I understand. I still don't understand TikTok, but it is much more positive, and you're 100% right. And you said the African-American people on there are the best human beings on the planet.
No.
The ones that are doing.
Nothing's making me happier in life than black people on TikTok are the best people.
That's right.
Nothing is making me happier than watching the videos, the creativity, the soul, the spirit. It's there, man.
And they're people like us who want to create, and they don't have a studio behind them, and they don't have big money, and they want to entertain and make people happy. And
there is an awesome America, and it doesn't exist on Facebook.
Amen, man. Put that on a damn golden plaque and hang it on the backgammon behind Candy's head over there.
Kandi, we're not trying to talk over you so much. We love you, and
no, I completely agree. I can't really add on to Facebook.
And in a completely platonic way, every time we hang out, I fall in love with you every time we hang out. And it said platonically. Don't get me weird.
You're making it weird, man.
But what you did Monday, because just to catch up, we filmed all the kind of drama and comedy and stuff. We're done. We're kind of done with that. We filmed that first, and then it all hinged. The horror part of the movie all hinged on your acting, and holy shit, Kandi, you scared the shit. I'm holding the camera. You're scaring the shit out of me. It was so good.
Thank you.
I mean, after walking out of there before Monday, I was really happy with what we were doing and what we were going to do. After Monday, I'm like, oh, we're making a damn movie here.
Great. Yeah. The cave scenes are awesome. It's going to be.
Well, my whole attitude changed after Monday. I was like, I don't know what we've got. There's things, and we don't need to, we're trying to sell the movie, but there's things I was worried about. And there's still things we can fix, but this has been a difficult shoot. We've put a lot of days, a lot of time, a lot of miles in our cars, a lot of hiking hours, dripping sweat into our tennis shoes, going from to and fro, and it's been a pain in the neck, to be honest. And it's been a learning process. And the thing that I think me and Luke has learned is that we've been doing comedy videos for so long, and we're trying to fit paranormal investigations in a certain amounts of time that you want to go fast. Well, when you're making a movie, it's like making love to a woman. There's you got to put in I know it's been a long time for you, but I read about it lately. That's why I remembered it. But it's like you got ebb and flow. You got peaks, valleys. You slow it up, you speed it up, and it's more romantic in a way, and you have more time to tell a story and have cinematic shots.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there going, every scene we got's going too quick, and the cave, it's this counterbalance. It's the same characters. And it's like, the beginning of the movie, we won't ruin anything, is an 80s trope. It's like Friday the 13th. And then there's like this weird comedy, like I don't even know if there's a movie like it, but there's like a lot of vignettes and comedy. And
definitely not a movie like this.
Yes, I don't think so either.
It would be really entertaining.
Yeah,
and
then it ends up with this. I mean, the only thing that I can equate it to are the scenes in the cave. Remind me at the end of Silence of the Lambs when Jodie Foster has is trying to find Buffalo Bill in the dark, and Buffalo Bill has the night vision goggles on. That's the only thing that equates.
Hey, can you put me on? Can you put this on widescreen so I can show you this something in widescreen?
What are you going to show? Well, it depends if it's your butt again.
No, just all right.
Is that good?
Watch my screen. This is my tablet.
I like this much better.
Hey, no, seriously. I need.
All right. Don't get grabby.
Now, on my tablet, I have some footage from the movie that I'm going to show this guy on my TV. Okay. And he's
who is that guy?
He's a reporter, but I want you to. All right, here I'm holding up this here. Now watch his reaction. Here he goes. He's watching it. All right, here he goes. See? Oh, yeah, that's the part. He's out. He's done. See, he can't handle it. He can't handle it at all. He's gone. He's getting in his car. He's like, oh, I've had enough, babies.
Dude, I'm telling you, there we go. So I've had two people watch what you'll see tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. And actually another scene that I can't tell anybody about, but somebody gets attacked and they both yelped. I told them what was going to happen. They both screamed out loud at 2 different times. They weren't together and they immediately started to leave.
It's all my directing.
Right. Well, way to ruin it. You just ruined the heat that I was trying to build for it. But I'm excited because don't you think, Luke, that comedy and horror share a lot of the same rhythm?
Well, it does. And what we were talking about, what we've always tried to do with Wrestling with Ghosts is we tried to mix comedy and horror because all the paranormal shows were just strictly spooky, scary. Like apparently me, I don't know what happened to the lighting in here. It tried to mix spooky and scary, and we're just scary only. See, that's it. That's all they wanted. And then so we're like, well, what if we mix comedy and scary because you're laughing, and then boom, you're scared. You're scared. Well, now we've added little drama, little chick flick, a little sexy, a lot of sexy when you two are on the screen. No babies, you sexy motherfuckers.
Well, and the source material is true stories that are mysteries. It's a mystery too, if you think about it, because nobody knows what's really happening. Nobody knows who is who. That's really based on the source material. There's things that are happening that never in real life got solved, or there's these storylines that never reconciled. And these people in this movie, they're going to have, when it's over, they're going to have a lot of questions of what the F just happened to all of us. So,
right.
Plus, there's going to be action too. You know, that's something else. We've got a lot of the action scenes, and like Kandi said several times Monday, she was like, "We doing our own stunts up in here." I mean, we took some risk in this movie too, man, and it's not over. One of us may have a broken bone before it's over.
Yeah, I think most of the action and stunts actually happen when we're off screen.
Right.
You fell down. I wiped out and got covered. Yeah, I got covered in bat shit, but I mean I didn't notice. I'm just like all happy, like, hey, I'm covered in bat shit. This is great. Yeah.
Now you said you had a good time. You were
the slowest fall in the world because like you're so tall. It was just like you just kind of slink down. It was like you almost like rolled like a little like I don't even know.
I did. I slid. I mean, I hit my butt and slid down, but I saved the camera.
Your head was like that close to hitting the big.
He started to do it. He started to do a sit up as he was falling to save his head. Of course, that's a wrestling thing too.
That was to save the camera.
Well,
I was like, camera.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Screw the people. Save the thing I spent $2,000 on. Yeah,
I'd rather break my skull than break my camera. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We did some movie magic on that, and I think that the teaser trailer coming up is really going to show nothing about the other. If you watch this teaser trailer, you're going to think this is a straight up horror movie. And I showed one person at work that I quit today. One person that at work that the video, and they caught on to the little cameo at the end. They're like, "Oh my god!" So
yeah. Well, we can't give too much away. I've got some great.
Weed.
When you're doing this tour, there's we're acting, we're writing, we're directing, all this crap. But the crap of this is promoting this. That's the thing that's scaring me. Is no matter how good this is, I want people to see it. And that's what I'm trying to investigate. But one of the avenues that I came up with that may help somewhat, and it's making it more like a community picture, because I want this to be I want this to be recognized as an East Tennessee, Knoxville to Asheville, Great Smoky Mountains type of movie, where it's like this is something that comes out of this area that's not overly redneck or, it's an intellectual, it can be something unique, but, I want this to be the best horror movie since Evil Dead to come out of this area. And we got, I think one thing I think is going to be interesting is we're going to have a lot of local musicians lend their talents, like Fish Fisher out of Toledo, but he's always in East Tennessee.
He's an East Tennessee guy that lives in Toledo.
We got Spaceman Jones and the Motherships from Asheville going to lend some music. Wally Miles from Maryville, Tennessee.
Miles Ingalls, the band.
Miles
Check them out on Spotify.
And they're huge in England for some reason. They sound like David Bowie. And I haven't asked her yet, but I would like to ask her now. Do you think Vox Day will have something that we can add to the movie maybe at some point in the next couple of weeks?
I'm hoping so. I've been talking to people about actually like getting it recorded, at a professional studio, since we're just doing the production right now. So it's
right on.
Pre-production. Yeah.
You're doing your photo shoot with the band Saturday, is that right?
Yes.
Well, tell us about what that's going to be like.
Oh man, I don't even want to tell because it's going to be good.
You don't want to give it away.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be sexy. I'm just going to say.
Yeah, you told me.
Awesome. So yeah.
Do y'all notice that I'm Mr. Easter Egg over here? Look at all. Look at.
I saw the purple flash on.
I noticed.
But what's like over my head? There's a little thing there.
Yeah, you're not that coy when you point it out.
I gotta stare at it and get zoned in.
No, this is cool. This right here is a MacGuffin from the movie, and I'm so happy that we got it in, because I actually made this in Hayward, Wisconsin, from deer antlers.
My grandfather made it.
I made it when I was 14 years old, and I'm now 45. So that's how long I've had this gimmick here.
Well, that's what the last 30 years. Yeah, you should do that for a living instead of doing whatever you do.
Yeah, start making those.
Start making tchotchkes. All you gotta do is find a dead deer in the woods, and you're good. Oh, that's horrible. I like the green.
Why do you have to find them in the woods? Why can't you go and hunt them down?
I don't like killing stuff, man. I feel bad when I kill like a firefly. I'm like, firefly, but it's so pretty.
Mosquito.
Oh yeah, you definitely, you're like trying to save all the granddaddy long legs in the tent out in the woods. I'll tell you, man, you're very good at the TikTok. I think I'm gonna let you take over on that, because I can't shut up fast enough. I'm gonna try. Don't get me wrong.
And Kandi, we need you on TikTok too.
I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna sweat it. But I'm still gonna do it. But you're the man. You already have like 5,000 views on your stuff. See, like, this is why you're good. You reminded me of a thing. All of my sketches and comedy sketches I come up with are like 5 minutes, and I have to reduce them down to like 2 minutes. Today, you're walking down the street, you put something like ghost hunting time, and you walk by a door where there's a blanket or a sheet from a bed in the stoop near a threshold of a door, and you're like, I'm sorry, I accidentally killed this ghost. And you said it a lot better. But I mean, that's a good 8-second skit that I would have never thought of. So you're the effing TikTok guy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put mine and your links in.
Yeah, somebody's asking for our links on TikTok. I need lots of friends. I don't have anybody, but what's crazy is I've just done it today. I've been in my robe, and I'm like, hey, I got a website, and that's about all I can get out, and I still have like 1,000 views. It's amazing the amount of traffic that you get. It's all about the hashtags too. And
I will tell you, it's all about those hashtags. And the paranormal stuff on TikTok is just embarrassingly cheesy and stupid. That's why I'm only gonna do comedy on there. But yeah, I don't want to share, because Kandi and me and Travis and you did some top 10 bits that are on YouTube, top 5 bits that are on YouTube of our best evidence in different ways.
Right.
And all of that's real, but like, I mean, it's all real. It's, we don't fake anything, but everything on TikTok just fake. So I'm just like, I'm going to stick with the comedy on TikTok. I'm not going to go with paranormal because it's so, but
no one would believe it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Is no matter what happens, people are like, well, that was bull crap. The one guy
I saw today, somebody drew a red circle on their shirt around her titties and said, "Do you see a face here?" I was like, "Sure." A lot of guys see their face there. I don't know what you're talking about.
And you never know like she could be very funny or needed some attention. Who knows? But yeah, the paranormal world is rough for that. I feel every time we make a scientific record on one of our shows.
Kitty.
Oh, who's that guy?
Kitty.
This is Buttons. Hello.
Buttons.
AKA Crackers.
What?
Crackers.
Oh, okay.
She has nicknames.
That's right. You name your plants and then give your plants nicknames.
Yes.
That's how a lot of people who think that people just name their plants is weird enough. Yeah. I name my plants. And Grim died. Grim died a couple weeks ago. I touched him, and it was like a cartoon. It was like, bloop, he just disintegrated. And I was like, what?
I don't know what you're doing to your plants.
I'm not going to buy any more because I actually I care about them, and I think they're part of the family because I'm a moron. But
they are part of the family. They're very
right.
special.
You got to take care of them, and and if you're nice to them, they're supposed to grow better. And I don't know. I hate things dying. Which is why I shouldn't do a horror movie to begin with. But anyway, let's talk about this real quick. Billy Marshall, the guy that he didn't train me in wrestling, but he mentored me. Probably the best pro wrestler in the area. And you wouldn't know that by looking at him. He's a real big dude, but he's so glib and so funny. And the character that he's going to be playing, which I guess we could tell that he's going to be a kind of an alcoholic forest ranger. And in the world of the paranormal and the world of horror movies, he's not going to last too long. Let's just put it that way. When you see the guy on screen, he's doomed. But
I'll tell you about Billy Marshall.
Perfect, man.
What I love about that guy is before I met you, I met Billy Marshall. I'm at a show called UWA, I think it was, and it was like the biggest show in Knoxville at the time. And like there was tons of people that I respected in the business at this show. It was, Doc Gallows and Warren Wolf, who was Wolfie D, and Menace and all these great East Tennessee guys. Yeah, and the original death row inmates, but all these people were there, and I met all of them. I knew all of them. Never met Billy Marshall. Me and Billy Marshall, I sat down next to him because he was kind of sitting off to the side, kind of sneaking a peek on the stage, watching the show. I sat down next to him, and me and him were in a battle royal in the opening battle royal, and we just clicked together. I was like, this, just immediately the guy threw a punch at me. I'm like, his punch was beautiful. I was like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. And we started joking around. Never met this guy. We're joking around in the ring and doing comedy spots. We've never met before. We're doing comedy spots off each other in the ring. We get back, we get done. He's peeking the show. I sit down next to him, and I didn't get up for 3 hours. Me and him sat there, and what a great guy. And I'm so glad we got him in the show. I'm so glad we got Tony Covington. I'm so glad,
Let me talk about Billy for a second, because I was his tag team partner for years. It's Detroit Funk City. And he used to run the gimmick where he would put on the Gene Simmons mask. He was the first one to do that. And he was known as the Demon. And it was Demon and Funkmaster V, Detroit Funk City. And we had a lot of fun. But, man, I'll tell you, and there's a million great Billy Marshall stories, but my favorite is about a guy named Sonny Fargo. Have you ever heard of Sonny Fargo?
I did.
Okay. He's pretty much a man who has like Down syndromes in the wrestling universe, which isn't too. It doesn't narrow down the field enough. But this guy was literally frightened of the wrestler, the Demon. He was friends with Billy Marshall. He was too stupid to know that they weren't the same person. So Billy would be sitting next to Sonny going, "Hey, how's your wife doing? You still working down there? How's your kids?" And Sonny'd be like, "Yeah, man, everything's great, boy. Yeah." And he'd go down, he'd tie a shoe, and then Billy would put the hood on, the Gene Simmons hood, and just stare at him like he was going to kill him, like. And they turn around, and Sonny would turn around and be like, "Oh," and get up and leave. And then Billy would take the thing off and walk over and go, "Hey, man, we were talking. Where'd you go?" He goes, "I know. I just want to get over here for a minute." And so he'd bend over again, and then he'd do the same thing with the hood, and he'd just look over him with the face like, and, then, oh! And dude, like one time, Billy actually got mad at Sonny because he literally was frightened. This wasn't a gag, or this wasn't like they had a match together, and the guy, like Billy would throw a punch, and the guy would like land on the ground. And even before the match, he was like, "I'll just give you the belt. I don't want to wrestle you." And that was shoot. I mean, he was begging for mercy from this sweet Billy Marshall guy just because he had a mask on that looked like Gene Simmons. This guy was freaking out. Wrestling is weird. You meet the weirdest characters.
Now,
It's like Tabor City.
Speaking of weird friends and coincidences, I was looking. Kandi put a very picture of her up. The picture of her tonight, drinking coffee. Very pretty pictures, but nicely taken. Didn't look like it had any filters on it. I really, So I'm looking through, and I see in the comments Trent Grove, and I'm like, wait a minute. And he's not talking like he's not one of my friends that saw I commented on his picture. Kandi knows Trent Grove, and I'm like, how in the shit does Kandi know Trent? Trent Grove was my dispatcher for 11 years in Gatlinburg at the police department.
I don't actually know him.
No, his daughter's a drummer, I think. I think his daughter's like a really talented drummer.
That's cool.
And and I'm like, but that's just weird that like me and you should know nobody together outside of our worlds.
Yeah.
And it's just because I thought it was like one of my friends that was stalking you. But then I was like, well, wait a minute, his daughter's in the music scene.
Probably is.
Cool.
Guys stalk pretty girls on social media. I don't know if you know this.
Well, then I was thinking, I was like, when I should have thought of that back when you guys were looking for a drummer, that she was a drummer because I mean, you and Ella and her would have made a hell of a 3-piece, hardcore speed metal girl rocking band. That would be cool.
I could shave the goatee and put on a wig. I'd be a bass player.
You'd be a lot better than the fat one that was farting on that podcast.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
She wasn't farting.
See, my dog's upset now. You've irritated the animal.
Hey, man, I'm sorry.
Oh, God. You probably just opened up a whole can of worms. It's okay.
She was disgusting. So put that on me.
That's not my opinion. That's right.
I watched it live, and I was embarrassed for everybody associated.
Not everyone.
Can you get him to calm down?
Yeah. Hey, shut up.
Take him out back.
That's why you love us, man. We speak from our heart and we tell the truth. You can't burp on a goddamn podcast, dude.
Wait, I think I have one. Just kidding.
Well,
one. You do like 9 or whatever she did. That's like, what is happening here?
You're about to throw up on the podcast. I don't know what's going on here.
I can't imagine what that place smelled like after
that has
she
nothing
left.
to do with her personality or talent. It was just gross that there was a bunch of belching and
farting. Yes. When you try to sell your band, I don't get this generation. I think
my band is great. I hate Jesus.
Yeah, I think Cool will die with Generation X. I don't know what we're heading into, but it's rappers with rainbow bright hair, and
there's just hilarious things because we're fools. We're stupid. I was chubby through the whole Wrestling with Ghost things, and embarrassingly so. But yeah, I'm looking good now. I went to the gym today, man. The gym. Instead of working out from home, that like I've been doing for the last 6 months.
What gym is there up there where you live?
Over on 321, there's a aptly named Fitness 321 that I went to, but
a lot of creativity.
No, I said, what are you gonna do? You know, I've done a bunch of embarrassing stuff. It doesn't take away from talent. I loved a lot of the stuff that Kandi did, and we spoke. You know, sometimes I mean, I think the band she used to be in was insanely talented, but musicians are as weird as pro wrestlers. Like, you could have a pro wrestler with the best body in the world, and he's out there wearing like $3 gym shoes in the ring. What kills me about a lot of bands is like, especially if you got Kandi Thompson, the beautiful, wonderful, fantastically talented singer like Kandi Thompson, up there dressed to the nines, like you're in, you know, like you're actually now the female Crow starring in the movie in the reboot of the Crow, and then you got a hillbilly standing next to you in a t-shirt and ripped jeans, and looks like he's about to work on a car.
Who's a hillbilly?
Everybody, you know, you got to look. I hate to say this because it was one of those things like, you know, like they used to call them back in the 90s and 80s where, you know, those were posers and everything. But no, man, you got to look the part.
Yeah. I enjoy dressing up. I think that, I don't know. It's just.
Well, you are fantastic at looking the part. I mean, your talent outshines your look by far. But there's so many talented people that like you can't take seriously. Like, again, it's a wrestling thing too. I've seen some of the best wrestlers in the world that just look like complete ass. You know,
right.
you got to look the part. It's part of the show. You know, people don't want to. People don't like Justin Bieber because they think his songs are good. They like the guy looks. You know, he's a good looking dude.
Well, that's the cool thing about like the band Vox Day. I'm going to continue doing what I was doing. So I'm going to take that on into there and be expressive and enjoy myself. And that's what this band kind of is about. Everybody's super laid back and we're just all like, you know, let's just do this and have fun. And not like really for, I don't know, there was just always like a starchy means to an end with the other band, need not name. But
which I hate that the other band broke up because
it was sure.
So freaking good.
Yeah.
So good. You know, there's very few bands, especially in the metal genre, that I like, and you were one of them. And I'm hoping Vox Day, when I get to hear your stuff, I fall in love with them too.
The new song we're working on, you guys are going to really like it. I think it's going to be really good.
Well, it was weird because she's let me hear some of the stuff that they're doing, and it sounds similar. And I'm like, do these bands write music around you? Because they sound very similar. You can tell a little bit like this. Some of the drumming stuff is a little different, but I mean, basically, it almost sounds not to be. Well, our actual
drummer you haven't heard him drum.
Well, there you go. Well, but you it almost sounds like the same band in a lot of ways. So it just sounds like a different album or something. So it's very similar. If you like Hesperian, you're going to like, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm terrible with that too. But if you like Hesperian, you're going to like Vox Day.
You definitely are. Plus, it's going to be a lot more fun. So.
It's not going to be, you know, it's not like it's going from polka to disco or anything. It's pretty much
it's like,
exactly, yeah.
It's like one of my favorite metal bands is a band called Arch Enemy, and
they're great.
And they instead of replacing the band, you know, like a lead singer replacing the band, like Angie Gasau could have replaced the band, and I'd have still loved Angie Gasau singing anything, anywhere. Yeah. But the band replaced Angie Gasau, and now they suck. So you know, it has to do with
the person who like writes melodies and stuff. You can play the same song and give other people the melodies, and they come up with their own, and they like 5 of them might suck, and then the one is really good because it's kind of like what like also brings the song along, and you have a signature style, and my signature style was what I put into that, and so of course I'm gonna like inadvertently like carry that with me. You know?
Well, what I loved most about the band
what are you laughing at?
I'll tell you later.
What I loved most about the band and take you out of, you know, take you as us being friends out of it, was that you as a singer and front woman was people would try to compare you to that one band, and I don't remember what that band was.
Probably Evanescence.
No, it was a different. It was a different band.
Wiley.
No, it was
Paramore.
And I've never heard of Paramore. I don't know, but you were so distinctly different than other female singers I've heard.
Sound like anything like that, but I can't sound like them because like I have a more of an like deeper voice than other. I don't know. I'm just a throaty singer.
Vinny is busting up. You're gonna have to go ahead and say it.
No, you guys keep talking. I'm texting her what I'm laughing at, so she don't get self-conscious.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm gonna get self-conscious, you motherfucker.
Well, you don't give a crap about anything, so you don't mind.
I really don't.
It doesn't matter what I'm laughing at you.
I really don't give a crap about anything.
I don't see it yet.
I'm still typing it.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, that was Danetta. OMG.
This is funny, by the way, but I do. You're not going to think this is funny.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I believe you.
I'm gonna watch it back tonight just to see it again.
Now I'm self-conscious. You got to forward me that.
All right.
Okay,
I will. I'll send it to you. Well, is this a good recipe on how to do a podcast, keeping the audience?
Well, you're keeping me in the dark, you motherfuckers.
All right. Okay,
Oh,
that's what I sent Kandi. So I just sent it to you. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh no, that is funny. That was I saw that.
I really didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, let's
take a time out.
All I'm going to say is let's hope that that's not the thumbnail for this podcast.
Please don't make it the thumbnail. It was probably, oh God, I can imagine.
But anyway, one thing I would like to say, let's throw some plugs while Funk recovers because he's about to wet himself, is Asai TV is doing amazingly well. It has now 100% officially launched on Apple TV, Fire Stick, and Roku. You can get it. You can subscribe. When you subscribe, go use the promo code Funky because we are getting slaughtered in the promo code battle by Dot Gallows.
Right.
So we need to catch up to Dot Gallows.
I reminded somebody today, so I think that we have one more. Just one.
I haven't. We have. There's a problem with the timing of all this, is because we've got to make a movie, and not only make it, we've got to act in it, shoot it, drive to it, coordinate, do makeup, do effects, and then freaking promote it and sell it.
And you got to edit it.
It's a full-time job, man. And I've got to wrestle with technology. So it's like, we don't have really a lot of time to, you don't want to confuse the base. You know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of people are like, so is this movie going to be on Asai TV? And you're like, no.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me today. It was totally confusing to her. Like she was like,
was it that fat bass player that was
Shut up. Don't say that. Her face again.
I make the worst face when I laugh too. You can't do that. I'm dying. All I have to say is
save it, baby. Save it.
Stat.
The opinions of Luke Walker don't necessarily reflect the opinions of anyone else on this podcast.
And I wish people would know that. Me and him are not the same symbiotic brain. We are partners. No. And in fact, there's a lot, like, there's most of the time when you come up with an idea, I'm sitting there thinking, looking at you like, God, it's the stupidest thing I ever heard. And about 90% of the time, after I think about it, I'm like, that's going to work. And then when I watch the reaction to the skits that you write, I'm like, okay, he was right. I don't think you've ever been totally way off, but it just shows you, me and you have a different
there's some stuff that we came up together that I thought was going to be way bigger than it was, and stuff that the three of us, I thought Pimp My Taint was going to be, I thought that was going to take over the world. I thought everybody would get that joke. Apparently people don't get
no.
Apparently taint humor is
that was for us. I had nothing else. Nobody else wants to talk about taints. Are you kidding me? Did you think that was going to trend worldwide?
Only if you're about it.
To me, the joke of the Taint My Ride skit was just making fun of how stupid 90s MTV programming was and how they try to make everything look cool. And
I hate that Travis found out after we already released that Pimp My Taint video, which you can find on our channel.
Taint My Ride.
Or Taint My Ride.
Yeah.
That we could have got Exhibit for $500 to do a cameo, and I'd have paid $500 just to have Exhibit go Taint, and that's it.
I just want to get to that point to where I can do.
I think we should have did that.
I just want to get to the point where I can get $500 for doing that stuff, like the Snoop Dogg porn, where he doesn't do anything sexual. He just goes, "Did people be screwing up in here now?" And then it goes to the point, and he gets like 10 grand just for doing that.
Yep.
Good grief!
That's a good gig. It's a good gig. Now I'm super. But I said, subscribe to Sci TV. There's a lot of great stuff, a lot of exposure happening, a lot of big movements going on. They're going to work with Brandon's going to work with Mike and Maria Kanellis, who are apparently pro wrestlers. I guess I could have worded that better. That are pro wrestlers. They're huge. Everybody knows them and loves them. He's working with the band Skid Row, or he's trying to work with the band Skid Row. He's going to work with Ricky Morton about some stuff. He's going to work with this female motorcycle racing team. So, I mean, this is going to get a lot of exposure from a lot of different places. So get on board now. And
that brother hustles, man. We hustle. We work. That brother works, man. That brother works. He doesn't have a team.
No.
We have a team. That dude does everything by himself. And good God, editing, filming, show creation. Everything.
There's a path that he's on that is further than us. But the old adage for entertainment and business is it takes money to make money. Brandon Bishop and us do a lot with a little.
Right.
But now Brandon's starting to make money. And he's going to pour all that back into making more money. And that's what we're trying to do with the hike. You know, we're trying to make the hike so we can make the next movie, and then the next movie fund the next movie, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and snowballs. Well, Brandon's halfway down the hill snowballing, and so Sci TV is going to get huge.
I think it will. I think it will be pretty big. And again, if you subscribe, we have 3 programs that we produce for it, and those are going to take a little bit of a hit here in the next couple months because we're going to be working on the movie, but we'll be back making TV shows pretty soon.
I would like to add that the names of those shows are Wrestling with Ghosts, It Happened to Me, and Following Kandi Around in Tight Pants Through a Graveyard.
No, it's called Haunted Graves. We had to change it. But and that's they're all good shows, and with the new equipment, the shows are going to be absolutely much better. And after we finish season 3, we're going to start doing Wrestling with Ghosts more in a cinematic, almost like a documentary type. But, you know, the show Wrestling with Ghosts, I'm very proud of. But the equipment we have now, Wrestling with Ghosts, is going to not only look good, it's going to sound great. And now that we're all in shape, unless one of us gets hurt wrestling each other in this damn movie or doing a stunt, it's going to look better too. We got somebody. Oh, my friend, this is an old guitar player friend of mine, Tik Veal. He used to be in one of my Christian rock bands. It was terrible.
That's a good way to introduce him. This guy was in the worst band I was ever in. It was all songs I wrote. I was the lead singer and stuff, but Jesus is a friend of mine. Jesus is my friend.
Something like that. Probably even worse than that. But what's funny is, it took years and years and years to get to a point where I played in front of crowds that big again. But anyway,
ladies.
Yes, but he's interested. He said, "Hey, the movie sounds intriguing, so hopefully it's getting out there." That's something else this week. So next week I'm going to focus on getting media attention and getting out into trying to get premieres and stuff, film festivals and all that stuff too. But we got to get the damn thing filmed first. I thought, by the way, I've been having trouble with the this brand new awesome computer, quote unquote. I've had trouble with the solid state drive, your terabyte. I had problems with some memory cards, and I thought I lost half the movie yesterday. I was having a conniption fit. In fact, I told somebody from my house to go get me pizzas immediately because I had to eat the stress because I thought I lost, like, and I'm talking about Kirby's and the drone shots and stuff with Tony. So we had to get him back out there. It was, and Scott. But thank God I've got it double backed up now. So well, Teek's like, dang, dude, I'm just busting your balls, man. Hey, the only award I ever won in music was with Big Fish. So and we did a lot of good things, man. I
once had a guy with a big fish in a wrestling ring.
That's true. The reason we named the band Big Fish is we were playing a concert, and this is just how different the Christian music world is. We didn't have a band name yet, but we were signing up to play this huge festival in front of thousands of people. And they were like, what's the name of the band? And we didn't have one. And I just went Big Fish. And everybody in the band looked at me and went, why Big Fish? I said, because we stink like a big fish. And so that's what's terrible. Stuck.
That's the worst name ever.
Big Fish, baby.
But you know what? It's better than the name of my future band. We're called Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I always wanted to start. I have a band name, but I never want to play in a band again. So, and I was like, Rotgut would be the coolest name for a band, and nobody used it.
Rotgut?
Rotgut, like Rotgut whiskey?
I know a band called Rotgut Liquor.
Oh, well, fuck them, because I came up with that like in the 90s. So
well, that doesn't, you got to do something with it, baby.
Oh, I also want to say, if you are interested in watching a test screening of this movie.
Yes. How do we do that?
I would, if you're in the Knoxville area or you feel like traveling and supporting your boys and girl. I was talking to you, Kandi. If you want to support us and watch a test screening of this movie, I would follow us on social media, and I would keep October 16th free.
All right. So what this means is coronavirus,
terrible.
Coronavirus second wave, not withholding. October 16th, there's going to be a film festival of sorts in Halls, Tennessee, at the Halls Cinema in Knoxville. There's going to be a test screening, and that means you're going to see the first test run of our movie, The Hike, and there's going to be a Q&A afterwards, and you're going to be able to tell people, we're going to have a questionnaire, and you're going to be able to, I hate this guy, or I hate this scene, or I love this part, or you guys all suck, or we want you to die. Whatever you want to say, and then that's going to help us shape the movie better, and we may change the ending. We may superimpose, the guy from the, we may superimpose bigger biceps on my arms, or reduce. We could eliminate Travis from the entire movie.
We got to give you bigger tits, Vinny. We got to give you big, just huge plastic tits.
That could be a thing too. Does the lead male character need triple D boobs CGI'd on him the entire time? Make it a lesbian movie. We could do it that way.
Oh yeah, you in those face app things where you keep making yourself a girl and
I would so make
picture.
Out with me.
How many people have swiped right on you on Tinder?
Hey man, I don't have. Let me tell you, if you're talking to a girl named Vanessa, no, what is my name on that? I can't even remember. But yeah, there's if you see a pretty blonde girl with a Santa hat, that's me, baby.
Hey, since Travis never watches this podcast or comes on it,
he did.
He did that one time, but he can't now.
No. He swiped right.
But you also have another account on Facebook that he might have flirted with for a few months. So,
well, that was a long time ago. That was the Mexican chick. That's something I do in my. That's something I do in my free time. But I was flirting with, or I wasn't really flirting. I like social anthropology. So a friend of mine it's really sad. He's a great effing guy, but hadn't had a lot of luck with girls. And he was sitting there talking to me, and I was talking to him about this, that, and the other. And he said that he was a 49ers fan, and I said I was a Raiders fan. And I called him a derogatory name. And about 4 minutes later, he goes, do you know a guy named Vinny? And I was like, yeah, I do. It's me. And he was like, I knew it was you. I was like, how'd you know it was me? Because of my big brown eyes. You know, but he was, that was weird. It was nice, though. It was a good conversation. I was like, you know me, man.
It was a great conversation where he thought you were a pretty girl. That's
He was not attracted to that, I don't think.
Yeah.
I could tell in the responses.
Guys don't like pretty girls. That's ridiculous.
Guys don't
even assume that.
Well, I was kind of I was a loudmouth.
Well, yeah, we were talking about that over it's a sad state of things that girls, young girls nowadays feel guilty about being pretty. That's so sad.
Is that really true, though, or is that just something that's going to go away in a few minutes?
I think it's going to go away. I think it feeds into insecurity. Now, let's talk about wet ass pussy.
Her kids are listening.
Did you ever have you heard that song? That is the Strokin' of 2020.
No, all right, that's dope. We're not talking about
I've read
that.
the lyrics. I actually haven't heard the song.
It's a terrible song, but it's like it's so terrible. It's hilarious, and I think that people that are offended, like Ben Shapiro, this is hilarious. Ben Shapiro went on a rant about this song and said that his wife has never had a WAP, and that it's a myth. And I like he argued against his wife ever having an orgasm. I was just like,
what?
I've never heard of such a thing.
But what they did, what great, fantastic people of TikTok did was Ben Shapiro on his show started reading the lyrics to the song.
Oh my God.
So what did they do? They auto-tuned him into the song.
Okay. That's a good story.
And he's like, wet ass P word. My pullout or your pullout game is weak.
I gotta see that. See, TikTok is so good. It's so good. And we got to wrap up here in a few minutes, but we're actually doing a TikTok video where none of us are in the same spot, but we're going to try to increase our comedy game through this filming of the hike and that, so, I mean, but we're going to add some content to TikTok. We're not going to be able to do it every day. How do you think people do stuff every day on TikTok?
They do. I've been doing something every day, and I would like to, anybody that's listening that uses TikTok, and you too as well, Kandi, sign up for TikTok. I would like you guys to start using the hashtag AsaiTV on Roku. AsaiTV on Roku. Use that hashtag. Let's get it trending. So they can sign up and see.
Why can't you just use Asai TV? Because it's on Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV, and all these platforms.
Roku is kind of like the biggest platform.
Okay.
It's the easiest to get because, like, unless you have an iPhone, or most people really don't have Apple TV. Most people really don't have, or a lot of people have Fire Sticks, but they have jailbroke Fire Sticks, and they can't subscribe to anything on the jailbroke Fire Sticks.
That's some ghetto stuff. That reminds me of living back east.
Yeah. So,
by the way, I want to say thank you to Justin. He's watching too, but Justin has helped us quite a bit in doing this damn hike movie. So I appreciate the love and all the stuff and letting us use his wife for this, and because I know.
Yeah, he's going to be doing our photo shoot too this Saturday. He's he's awesome photographer.
And he did the photo shoot for our poster. Not only he had to act impromptu, and he's been doing the grip and the lighting work and shooting. He's been first camera, and he's done a lot of stuff for us.
Yeah, he's been following us around with this giant potato chip. It's weird.
It looks like a gigantic Pringle. Yeah, that was neat. People think we're filming a bee monster movie about a Pringles can with radioactivity or something inside of it. But which is probably the second. That's probably what we'll be able to afford the next movie is a giant Pringles can and that's it.
Now, I do want, if everybody watch this, I want you guys to, stay on our YouTube channel at 8 o'clock. We're going to show the teaser trailer. It's watch it closely. Leave us a comment. Like it.
I'm gonna put a link in it right now in the thread.
Yeah, like it. Leave us a comment and share it on Facebook or share it on your social media platforms because we really do. This is a labor of love, but we'd love it more if we made enough money to make the next movie. Again, we're not trying to get rich. We're all doing pretty well.
Yeah, we are. Why be ashamed? You're always ashamed of that. Why? What's wrong with it? Because if we get rich, we can make. Dude, we'll do better things and we can help people.
Well, here's the problem.
Somebody was in a domestic violence situation this week. I sent her $100. I don't even know who she is this week. I'm
gonna kick the shit out of Lori real quick, and you send me $100.
I'll send you $100 just because I love you. You don't have to.
No, I always said my goal when people ask me is like, what would you do if you made a bunch of money? I said I would go from living in a shitty trailer in the woods to a new trailer in the woods. But now I live in a new trailer in the woods. So,
but in 20 years, you're going to need another one.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm right where I want to be. So hey, let's wrap this up so we can watch that trailer. I haven't been able to watch it on the big screen because I've only seen it the link on my phone, and it was awesome.
We're the only three people that have seen it, by the way, unless we've shown somebody else.
I showed somebody at work and they loved it. But
hold on. I want to say my daughter, who's a teenager. Just think about this, Luke. She watched it. She screamed. She said she called me bro 100 times, which means she's being sincere. She was like blown away. Excellent cuts. Oh my God. Blah blah blah. She left, and then she came back to watch it. She said, "Can I watch that again?"
Yeah.
Nice.
It's nothing elaborate. Awesome. It's nothing elaborate. It's just great.
It's exactly what, and again, giving you props. I didn't even think about doing a teaser trailer. I thought it would be confusing, but after you told me about it, I was like, yeah, we'll do that. This is not the real full theatrical. This is just to sate your appetite because we've spent over a month in the woods filming stuff, and people that care about
We're shooting for an October 1st release of the theatrical trailer.
Yeah. Actually, September. I think we could probably get one out. We're doing another teaser trailer next week, which will be a comedic one. And again, that's just for people that like who we are and want to support us. But it's also
we have to do it because that's who we are as humans.
But Kandi, I just want to say before we go, we'll leave here in a minute, but excellent work, man, in the cave. And
people will know what we're talking about very soon.
And there was a point where you were doing the thing. It's actually this part. And I was like I was going to say out loud, say this. And you said it. It was like we had a symbiotic thing. It wasn't Shakespeare, it wasn't like a huge jump, but you did it right when I thought you should. And I was just like, oh God, this is awesome. We're all jiving with what this thing's going to be.
And if you turn if you turn the volume up and don't watch the trailer, it sounds like porn.
Can I say, I hope your kids are watching. I did that on purpose. I thought that would be. I wanted people not to know what they were watching. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Because it leads into it and
starts off. It's really dark.
And I just
nice.
People. It's all just trying to do everything we can.
It's only 2 minutes away. Wrap it up, Funk.
Well, what were you wanting to say? At Sci TV. We are on Roku now. We will talk about Sci TV a lot in the rest of the year, but we're focused on this movie.
Roku Fire Stick, Apple TV, and the internet is scitv.com. Use promo code Funky. Sign up.
Yeah,
support us because we're taking all the money and making more. That's.
I'm buying a house with it, so that's what the goal is. The goal is to appease the wife. Got anything?
Kandi's going to get her nails did.
She get her nails did as soon as we wrap.
As soon as we wrap, that's the first thing on my agenda. I can't take it.
we had to add a week.
We got to go, guys.
No, we don't. You're the one that always want to stick around. We got 1 minute.
No, 1 minute.
She wants to do her nails. I want to talk about her doing her nails. All right. Well, we're going to sit there. Okay, now we got to go. So, all right, folks, back out and go back to YouTube, Big and Funky Productions, and it will be in the videos, and it will also be on the playlist called The Hike Movie. And at 8 o'clock, less than a minute away, you'll see the first evidence of our movie, and I'm so excited. I hope you guys dig it. Take care.
Big and Funky loves you. I'm out.
Peace.
Seacrest.
I don't know how to get out of here. How do I escape?
So now that he's gone, what do you really want to talk about? Oh.